Hey Taurus, welcome to your May reading. Happy birthday to the other Maytorians. It's my birthday on the 3rd. So I'm recording this on Actually, I don't even know what the date is. April the 27th. So we are still in Mercury in retrograde energy as we come into the beginning of May. I'm just going to put the mic down as I shuffle and I'll begin your reading for you. Comment below and let me know how Mercury in retrograde is treating you. So you may be able to hear me, but it's very quiet away from the mic. I feel like that one. Ooh. Okay. Okay, guys. So, indecision is our first card. So I've just got a bite on my neck. I need to itch that. Indecision is the first card. It is in reversed. I feel as though we've come to this point where there's only one way to go, and it's time to make a move. I do feel as though you have been very indecisive for quite some time, Taurus, and now is a time where that needs to change. I feel like it's time to take action and time to just figure things out for ourselves. But it is okay if you're feeling a little bit lost. I feel as though really we've been kind of passive this last year. I can say for myself I was, because I was vibing really low. Things in my life were affecting me, and I feel as though I was just incapable of making decisions. So if someone was just like, what do you want to watch? I was like, I don't even know. To that extent. And I get this sense that that's coming to an end where it's time for you to start stepping up and making decisions. I do feel as though we're on the move to kind of reset our roots. It's like kind of like a move. So there may be a move or a travel for you, Taurus, towards the end of May, maybe. And I feel as though you feel hopeful, but I do feel like you're hoping for security within these roots. The next card we have is Victory in reverse. So you may be feeling as though things are not going the way that you thought they were, or things are different. I just kind of get this sense of like there being a plan and it not really being that way. But I feel like there wasn't something set in stone. I just feel as though like some sort of way you envisioned is not the way that it might go. So there may be this potential of just something being a little bit disappointing. It doesn't feel really heavy. It just feels as though it's kind of nerve-wracking because it's not going the way that you thought, which is quite interesting. The next card is the first chakra, Archangel Michael, which is really good. He's upright. He's sort of saying that you are very secure, very able, very capable. Have confidence and move forward. Look at that. I mean, how can you not be confident with that body, right? And that's the vibe. It's Archangel Michael as well. And Archangel Michael he's one of my guides. He's the very first deck that I ever got my hands onto before I even thought about doing any readings. My mum actually purchased it for herself and she'd never touched them. I picked them up and they became mine instantly. He's like a brother as well. That energy that he expels really is somebody who's really guiding and protecting. And I feel like it's us during this time. We are very protected and also we know exactly what to do. If you do have children or loved ones, I feel like you're very much the one that can provide for them during this time. Next we had Blood Month. This is sacrifice, offerings, and decision. Now this card literally means to let go of something in order to move on. It's kind of like a card that represents if you want the universe to show you all the blessings that you have, you need to show it that you're willing to let go of something that meant something to you but no longer serves. Um, and so really this can mean values. You could be we're stubborn, right? We're Taurians, we're stubborn. We hold on to our core values and our beliefs, and it's really hard to shift us from that. But sometimes it's actually essential. After all, we are all programmed a certain way too. Like 7 years old, we are programmed a certain way. So if we had troublesome childhoods or ideology within that time as well, that may still be with us now, no matter your age. You could be 50 and still living those childhood ideologies. It just does not fit in this world anymore. And that's the realism of this. And generations before, it was more of a slower shift, but I feel like this generation that we're living in today, who we were when I was young, I was born in the 80s, so in the early 90s, the world is a completely different place now. I mean, not only that for myself, I also live in a different country. It's very different. I'm from England, obviously, and I live in Australia, but it is still very different worlds, and it's a different time now. So anything that you learnt in early childhood might not apply to you in these days. So it's about letting go of those values in order to move forward, I guess, into the world that we are creating and let go of the world that no longer serves us anymore. Next we have Frigga. Frigga is really cool because she basically is saying, look, you ready? And there's plenty out there. There's so much bounty here for you and it's yours to grab. She gives me autumn harvest vibes. I mean, we share the same hair. I'm on day 2. It needs a hair wash today. Sorry, I just noticed. I caught a glimpse of my face. Anyway, she's very autumnal. I feel like it's kind of realizing that you have everything you need, and to realize that, again, how far you've come by being who you are and kind of showing gratitude towards yourself, but realizing that you've come this far so you can go further. I do feel like she is a guiding hand as well. It's giving me that same kind of vibe again as Michael. Next we have Cunning Woman, and again I'm going to notice the autumnal vibes. It's a very good time for taking inventory. Silent, observant, and wily. I do feel like you need to be very smart during this time, Taurus. I feel like we need to start kind of planning a little bit more. I am not a planner. I kind of hate plans. I like to kind of go with the flow. However, I also love plans. Like, if there's something happening, I'm somebody who likes to know what's going to happen. So say if I'm going out on Saturday, let's say, let's make up some kind of hypothetical event. I'm going out on Saturday. I would like to know where I'm going, at least, right? I want to know what time I'm getting up, what I need to wear for that day. And I'm someone who will organize all this sort of stuff for myself to make sure that I'm prepared. And I feel like this is exactly what this Cunning Woman is saying. It's also saying, don't necessarily show your weaknesses during this time. Be strong, be proud, and don't let anybody else be able to take advantage of you during this time. I do feel like we are shedding a layer of our skin, so we may be still in a vulnerability. I have the washing machine on and it vibrates my floor, and I think it's vibrating you right now. I could feel the bed moving. I am in my bedroom at the moment, improvising with my space. Anyway, moving on. We have daughter value in reverse. So be careful with spending. I do feel like there's going to be an income increase for you coming ahead. Again, I feel like we're going through these doors. Now I'm reading this both up and down, like upside and downside. We have it upside down, but I just feel as though it's there for us. It's just not quite right now when we're supposed to be embracing that. It's kind of like, if you have money coming, don't go and spend it all before you've got it, that kind of vibe. However, I do feel like it's also saying just be careful with your spending during this time. There will be a time when you can, but right now is not it. The next one we have second chakra, Archangel Ariel. I think that is our solar plexus. I always get confused with the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, the order, but I think it's solar plexus and then sacral. But yeah, correct me if you feel like it. But you know which one I mean. The second one. The orange one, not the yellow one. Anyway, this is in reverse. To me, I feel as though we literally have our root chakra upright, and then we have the solar plexus, if I'm saying it right, is in reverse. So this may be where there's some blockage. It means we've got our roots, but we also have anxieties. And again, this comes with that indecision kind of energy as well. So you may be feeling very nervous during this time and very anxious. That may lead you to want to spend, because that does that for me. And just try and hold off and heal that side of yourself rather than band-aiding it by giving in to those temptations. And now this totally makes sense, because the next card, you have two in the same position. We have attachment, and we also have adjacent possibilities in reverse. So attachment, it's time to let go of the old. Exactly what I said up there with Blood Month. It's time for you to take off that mask, reveal who you are to the world. It's time for you to just do what you want, and embrace who you are. But also you need to let go. She is handcuffed to this. She's actually handcuffed, I think, to the wall. I'm not 100%. No, the handcuff, yeah. The handcuff is attached to a pole, and then the pole is attached to the wall. And it's like you're really stuck to the past, and it's time for you to let go of that and move on. Now, this can be bad habits. This could be bad values, bad morals. I'm calling them bad because they don't serve you anymore. It's not that they are bad and toxic, but they are bad for you because it doesn't serve the life that you're living. It's not going to help you to move forward by holding on to that. So keep that in mind. The fact that it's paired with adjacent possibilities in upright positions, I feel like you have one direction to go. It's the same as I said with the indecision. Because if this was in an upright position, I would say that there's a lot of possibilities and it's time to take a different route. But I actually feel like just keep going. You're in the right direction. Stay strong with your choices. But also be mindful of bad habits and anything that's going to make the process harder for yourself. This doesn't feel totally negative, any of this reading, really. It just feels like we're trying to wield in the inner Taurus and be like, come on, you can do better than this during this time. We got this. It's a little bit like that. Next we have the Wizard. This is in reverse, so pay attention. Rune King, Wise One, and Counselor. There we go. So there is wisdom for you. If you need to seek like some second opinion, go to somebody who you know will know what you're talking about. I feel like they will be able to help you get a better understanding of something. This is kind of really strong. Sorry, a truck went past. I had my window open. A really strong ancestral kind of energy to this, like from the roots. And I have a lot of roots from here. I feel like we need to really be harnessing what we know and applying that to our lives. And I do think, like, I, for one, am somebody, like, I feel like I do have that in me, but I don't expel that all the time, or very rarely do, I think, in my real life. In a way, I feel like I let myself down because of that. And I feel like it's time. It is time to start expelling that into your real life. Next is reverse as well. Pay attention. Jura, healer, nourishment, nurture. So it is a time to make sure you are taking care of your basic needs. But actually, I feel like with both of these cards, it's confirming, you are a healer. You have so much to offer the world. You are able to heal others with what you have to offer. It's kind of giving me the have confidence. And if you are thinking in terms of business, definitely would say anything towards healing or nourishment or nurture is a very positive. So with those, this could very much be, a tarot reader. It could be Reiki, massage, any of those things. It can be nourishment. So it could be someone working as a dietitian, anything along the lines of nourishing the body and wellness. Nurturer, childcare, carer, doctor, nurse, all of those things. There's so much more within that. And often all of them combine all three of those qualities as well. But it's just a little thing saying, yes, you're on the right track if those things are what you've been thinking of or looking at. And I do think actually if this does tick boxes for you, it's because it's been in your mind more recently. Definitely a whole lot of knowledge and wisdom within us. And it does feel as though it's time to, because both of the eyes in these cards are very piercing and standing out to me right now. I feel as though you need to see that. Like, it's very, I'll show you, very serious and stern eyes. Let me see if I can pick the two cards up. You see the eyes, how they're just glaring and really, it's like they're looking into your soul. It's like, no, see it. Let's get going. Do it. The final card that we have Taurus, is the Elf Queen. Introverted, burden, responsibility. So this may be a hard time because, again, if you begin something, we've got to put the work in, and that can be stressful. That's what I kind of see with this. There's a lot that you are growing in your garden. It is all behind you. Like, you have all this wisdom. I will show you. Like, look, she has grown so much behind her, and that is why you have so much responsibility and might feel burdenous by this, but it's, you are capable because look how much you've grown to this point. And I feel like it's literally you that's growing as well. And this whole column kind of is a very spiritual growth kind of column where I can see that you are evolving during this time. But it may cause, there may be a level of stress. I'm getting this sense of it being semi-stressful for us, as though it could literally just be stress that you want this that much, that it's causing you this level of stress, or it's not knowing where to start, or it's a slow start. There's many, many reasons why something might feel stressful to you, but it is saying, don't give up. You've got this. Have confidence. Keep going forward. Thank you so much, guys. I am going to pull one more card for us because it's my birthday. So being that we are Taurians, let's go. This one. Okay. So we have the Hedge Witch. Her wisdom, secrets, and hidden lore. Things will be revealed. You are powerful. Again, with the ancestral energy and just your ability to be able to use nature to kind of heal would be my main thing here. But anyway, anything you want to manifest can be used nature, in terms of nature, which means, like, really, if you have the desire to go outdoors, go on a hike, get out there, get messy, go gardening, spend time with the birds. We have ravens in this, and I definitely resonate with ravens myself. They are my little, Ravenstone is me. So yeah, do something in nature, outdoorsy. You are building and crafting something, so this is the whole point. I feel like you really are building something, whether it literally be the next step and phase in your life, or whether it is towards a career. I just feel that you are building something. It could even be a relationship. You're building yourself towards further commitment or allowing somebody else in. So yeah, keep that in mind. You are the Hedge Witch. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next month.